So we're actually going to start this lesson on the computer because a great way to skip trace is going to be using your online resources. Skip tracing just being that you're finding the information of the owners for a house you just found. So right now I'm in REI Pro. This is the software I use, and I'll actually give you a link for a free trial below as well. But this software is a great software for real estate investing. It's also software I've been using for years because it's just so easy to use and it's not that expensive. I do use other softwares as well, but this is one of the cheaper, simpler options that you could take a look at to find what you need. So simple enough, when you go into the software, you're going to want to look at the address. We're going to use this address here in Chicago. It's actually one of the properties I wanted to look at. Um, and I have the information from another software, but I just want to check up and make sure that it's the same, that they have the same contact information. So what I want to do is you could go ahead and just save the property. This adds the property to your list, and then the step two, contact owner, and right here you see skip trace. I do have some credits left, so it's not going to cost me right here, but I think it costs like 10 cents or whatever to skip trace once you have the software. So let's go ahead and skip trace this. Just you either do a basic search or the premium search. It's going to give you a lot more information. For this one, we'll just go ahead and run the basic search. That's usually all I need as far as a phone number. And we do have a cell phone number here. It actually might still be active. It does say September 2025, but it's usually when that's pretty close. It can be active. So this is just what you'll do as far as skip tracing. So let's say you find an address, for this example, somewhere in Chicago or wherever you are from, you find an address, it's a house that looks like it might be for sale and it's not kept up properly or whatever. The grass isn't cut. It looks like people haven't been there for a couple months. You don't see anybody going in and out. You might want to skip trace that and find out the owner, get the information from them, and now you're able to reach out to them and see if they're willing to sell their house, or if they need their house sold. So this is just a great way to reach out to people. And that is a paid option you could use, which is a lot better and simpler. But let me give you another option as well. BeenVerified.com, and I'll give you some other websites below of just some of the skip trace websites you could use, but I don't want to really put in the video like that because it's going to change up a lot. We'll just use one of the big ones. It may or may not be around in a couple years, but you could do an address lookup. Let's throw in that same address we had. And let's run a search. This is actually going to have to get paid. So for me, I'm not going to go into and pay for it. But just give you an example of one you could use and see if you want to just do a one-off. Let me find this address. This is something you could use. But it may make more sense if you're going into real estate full time or really trying to invest to get a software to where you don't have to pay. Like this is probably like a couple dollars to be able to get every one of these searches versus a couple cents once you have that software. And I'm not going to go through this whole process. You'll have to go through it. But BeenVerified.com is another option you have. It will give you some simple free information, but you may want to use My REI Pro. It's just a great software, and I'm gonna have a link below for how to get started and a free trial. It's gonna help you to really boost up your real estate investing, being able to skip trace the owners that you want to call up.